I am here with you with one sample paper of English as per the latest pattern of year 2021, term 1, English core, class 12th. So many students are facing problem as to the pattern, and when it comes to MCQ paper entirely that is of English. Of course, in reading section, you have faced many comprehension earlier in MCQ format, one of which is a factual one and the other one which is data interpretation based. But the question becomes more complex when you think about grammar in the form of MCQs. So let's see how the reading, writing, and literature part can appear in the paper and how to handle it. Let's get started. So, as you all know, the first question is of reading, that is reading comprehension. So let's read the paragraph and solve the set. Read the passage given below. I got posted in Srinagar in the 1980s. Its rugged mountains, gushing rivers, and vast meadows reminded me of the landscape of my native place, the Jibi Valley in Himachal Pradesh. Unlike Srinagar, that saw numerous tourists, Jibi Valley remained clouded in anonymity. That's when the seed of starting tourism in Jibi was planted. I decided to leave my service in the Indian Army and follow the urge to return home. We had two houses, a family house and a traditional house, which we often rented out. I pleaded with my father to ask the tenant to vacate the house so that I could convert it into a guest house. When my father finally relented, I renovated the housekeeping, its originality intact, just adding windows for sunlight. I still remember the summer of 1992 when I put a signboard outside my first guest house in the Jibi Valley. The village residents, however, were skeptical about my success. My business kept growing, but it took years for tourism to take off in Jibi Valley. Things changed significantly after 2008 when the government launched a homestay scheme. People built homestays, and with rapid tourism growth, the region changed rapidly. Villages turned into towns with many concrete buildings. Local businesses and tourists continued putting a burden on nature. Then, with the 2020-21 pandemic and lockdown, tourism came to a complete standstill in Jibi Valley. Local people who were employed at over 100 homestays and guest houses returned to their villages. Some went back to farming, some took up pottery, and some got involved in government work schemes. Now all ardently hope that normalcy and tourism will return to the valley soon. In the way, the pandemic has given us an opportunity to introspect, go back to our roots, and look for sustainable solutions. For me, tourism has been my greatest teacher. It brought people from many countries and all states of India to my guest house. It gave me an exposure to different cultures and countless opportunities to learn new things. Most people who stayed at my guest house became my repeat clients and good friends. When I look back, I feel proud yet humbled. The thought that I was not only able to fulfill my dream despite all the challenges, but also play a role in establishing tourism in the beautiful valley that I call home. So that is the passage given in the comprehension. Let's check out the questions and the right answers. The question 1 is, the scenic beauty of Srinagar makes the writer feel. The options are awestruck, nostalgic, cheerful, and confused. And the right option is nostalgic, as the Srinagar postings reminds him of his hometown, that is Jibi Valley. Second question is, a collocation is a group of words that often occur together. The writer says that Jibi Valley remained clouded in anonymity. Select the word from the option that correctly collocates with the clouded in. The clouded in, the options are disgust, anger, doubt, terror. So when he talks about clouded in anonymity, it is doubt. He is unclear about his idea. The question 3 is select the option that suitably completes the given dialogue as per the context in the paragraph 2. So in paragraph 2, he is requesting his father to tell the tenant to vacate the house and he wants to convert it into a homestay. So the dialogues are, father, are you sure that your plan would work? Writer, I can't say blank. Father, that's a lot of uncertainty, isn't it? Writer, dash father, please let's do this. So the two options with both the blanks are here with us. In the first option, they say that I would be able to deal with funding. Well begun is half done. Option B, anything along those lines as the competition is tough. Think before you leave. Third one, that because it's a question of profit and loss, all's well that ends well. And the last option is, I'm sure that you can't say that I believe in myself, nothing venture, nothing win. So option D is the correct answer. So let's read the dialogues again and fit in and check whether it is a meaningful conversation. So the father is asking, are you sure that your plan would work? Writer, I can't say I'm sure, but I can say that I believe in myself. So automatically runs into flow. And father questions, that's a lot of uncertainty, isn't it? And writer answers, nothing venture, nothing win. They have to take risk for starting something. Father, please let me do that. So he requests the father to do that. That is the correct answer. The next question, question 4 is, which signboard would the writer have chosen for his 1992 undertaking in Jibbi Valley? So what are the options? We have 4 signboards with us. First one says, happy stay in Jibbi Valley. Second, guaranteed comfort at this Jibbi hotel. Third, welcome to Jibbi Valley. And fourth, welcome to Jibbi's first tourist home. He is the one to take the initiative. So option 4 is the right answer, where the signboard says, welcome to Jibbi's first tourist home. Moving ahead to question 5, we have with us 4 options before and after 2008. Select the option that clearly indicates the situation before and after 2008 in Jibbi Valley. So first option says before 2008, it is picturesque landscape, and after 2008, construction sites and commerce. We could clearly see that happening. Question B, before 2008, zero tourism in the valley, and after 2000, skeptical villagers. So the after 2008 is not matching with the context. Option C, before 2008, buildings and hotels. So there were no building initially, that's wrong. After 2008, profitable ventures. D, before 2008, scenic surroundings, and after 2008, zero tourism in the valley. That second part is wrong. So obviously option A is correct, where before 2008, there was picturesque landscape, and after 2008, construction sites and commerce flourished there. Question 6, what is the relationship between point 1 and 2? Point 1, tourism came to a complete standstill in Jibbi Valley. Option 2, tourism has been my greatest teacher. So what kind of connection is there? Let's check the options in answers that you have. 2 is the cause for 1. Is that? No. 1 repeats the situation described in 2. Is that? No. 2 elaborates the problem described in 1. Was that a problem? Not actually. D, 1 sets the stage for 2. Actually, it happens in the same sequence in the passage itself. So moving ahead to question 7, the writer mentions looking for sustainable solutions. He refers to the need for sustainable solutions because he realizes that option A, even though all natural ecosystems are essential pillars of resilience, we need to focus on using their resources to address the economic needs of mankind as a priority. Nothing like that has been talked about in the passage. Option B, the exposures to pandemic are a real and a big threat to countries across the world. Option C, for an economic recovery to be durable, resilient, a return to business as usual, and environmentally destructive investment patterns and activities must be avoided. This is actually the lesson learned and actually the need of the hour. So this is the correct one. Whereas option D says where there is an increasing urgency in climate movement and the need for collaborative action in future. Nothing like that has been discussed in the paragraph. So option C goes right. Moving ahead to question 8. Select the option that lists the customer's review for writer's project. A, Beautiful accommodation in the lap of nature, luxurious cottage with indoor pool and garden. No such description provided in the paragraph. B. Comfortable and peaceful, neat room with ample sunlight, pleasant and warm host. C. Enjoyed the sprawling suite on the 5th floor, great view, professional services, nothing like that has been discussed. D. Remote locale, good food and clean room. Would have loved more natural light though. So, not much has been discussed, but obviously comfort and peace and nature of the host we have come to know after going through the passage. So option B is the right one. Question 9. Which quote summarizes the writer's feeling about pace of growth of tourism in GB Valley? A. We kill all the caterpillars, then complain there are no butterflies. That is a quotation by John Marsden. B. Nature will give you the best example of life lessons. Just open your eyes and see. Kate Smith. C. We do not see nature with our eyes, but with our understanding and our hearts. William Hazlitt. I'd rather be in the mountains thinking of God than in church thinking of mountain. John Muir. So B is relatively suitable over here, where nature will give you the best example of life lessons. Just open your eyes and see, because everything is surrounding with natural background here in this lesson. Moving ahead to question 10. Select the option that list what we can conclude from the text. First one, people of GB Valley practice sustainable tourism. People of GB Valley gradually embraced tourism. Tourists never visited GB Valley, and writer was an enterprising person. Option 1 is correct over here, where people of GB Valley practice sustainable tourism. And the people of GB Valley gradually embraced tourism. This is how it actually happens in the passage. The second question which you will face in your term 1 English paper is again a comprehension, but this is a comprehension which is case study based and which is related to data interpretation as well. So some kind of graph or some kind of data interpretation you will get along with the text, and you have to answer based on your interpretation and understanding of the text along with the data study. Read the passage given below. So the passage talks, over the last 5 years, more companies have been actively looking for intern profiles according to 2018-19 survey by an online internship and training platform. This survey reveals that India had 80% more internship applications, with 2.2 million applications received in 2018 compared to 1.27 million in the year before. The trend was partly due to more industries looking to have fresh minds and ideas on existing projects for better productivity. What was originally seen as a Western concept, getting an internship before plunging into the job market, is fast gaining momentum at Indian workplaces. Along with that, you have been given a pie chart. If we have a look at that, its a heading is Internship Trends 2018, Popular Fields to Find Internship Sources, Internshala. So the biggest share, that is 46.5, belongs to management industry. Media stands for 20.8, and engineering 14.9, design and architecture 7.9, and others account for 9.9%. So paragraph 2 says, according to the survey data, India's national capital region has been the top provider of internship, with a total of 35% internship opportunities, followed by Mumbai and Bengaluru at 20% and 15% respectively. This includes opportunities in startups, MNCs, and even government entities. The survey also revealed popular fields to find internships. There has been growing awareness among the students about the intern profiles sought by hiring companies that often look for people with real-time experience in management than B-School masters. The stipend has been an important factor influencing the choice of internship. The survey data reveals that average stipend offered to interns was recorded as rupee 7,000, while maximum stipend went to rupees 85,000 according to statistics. A greater number of people considered virtual internships than in office internship. Virtual internship got 3 times more application than in office, since a large chunk of students were the ones already enrolled in various courses or preferred working from home. Internship portals have sprung up in the last 3 to 4 years, and many of already reported health traffic per month. Reports suggested that on an average, an internship portal company has around 2 lakh plus students, and some 8,000 companies registered in it. It gets around 2 lakh visits online every month. The managing director of a lead executive research firm says that though these web platforms are working as an effective bridge between industry and students, most established companies are still reluctant to take many interns on board for obvious reasons. So the questions which follow the comprehension are: select the correct inference with reference to the following. Over the last 5 years, more companies have been actively looking for intern profiles. The past 5 years have seen active application by interns to several companies. Next option is: activity for intern profiling by the company has reached a gradual downslide over the past. Next is: there were lesser companies searching for intern profile earlier as compared to those in the recent 5 years. Next, several companies have initiated pattern of profiling 5 times a year in the recent past. So very much evident from paragraph 1 is that option A is the right answer. The past 5 years have seen active applications by interns to several companies. The next question, question number 12. Select the central idea of paragraph likely to proceed. Paragraph 1. The options are: process of registering for internship, knowing more about internship, do's and don'ts for an internship interview, starts up and internship. So option D is right as per the passage. Question 13. Select the option that displays the true statement with reference to figure 1. So you have to check the pie chart here. Internship for engineering and management are the top 2 favorites. They are not actually. Engineering are not the second highest ones. Design and architecture internships are significantly more popular than others. Not at all. Internship for media and others have nearly equal opportunity percentage. Not true. And the D1 management internships popularity is more than twice that for the media. That is very much evident if we have a look at the pie chart. Based on your reading of paragraph 2 and 3, select the appropriate counter argument to the given argument. So the given argument is: I don't think you will be considered for an internship just because you have been the student editor and the head of student counselor. A: I think I have a fair chance because I am applying for virtual position than an office. B: I have real-time experience in managing a team and many companies consider it more meritorious than a degree in management. C: I know that my stipend might be on the lower side, but I think that it's a good earn while you learn opportunity. D: a lot of metro cities have a good percentage of position open, and I think I should definitely take a chance. So option B is right, because very clearly they tell over there, rather than those who hold master's degree, those who have real-time experience are given preference. Question number 15. Select the option that displays the correct cause-effect relationship. First one, causes: several students has academic courses to complete and effective students applied for online internship. B, causes: a large chunk of students preferred in-office internship and effective applications were 3 times more than for virtual internship. C, cause: a great number of students were working from home and effective. Several students had sources to complete. D, students applied for online internship and in fact an equal number of students applied for work from home. And option C is correct, because many students who were working from home and they had courses to complete. Question number 16. The survey statistic mentions the average stipend, indicating that option A, 50% interns were offered 85,000 salary. Not correct. B, 7,000 was the lowest and 5,000 was the highest. It is clearly written. C, most interns were offered 7,000. D, no interns were offered more than 7,000. Option B is correct and it's clearly mentioned in the paragraph. 17, the phrase healthy traffic refers to A, updates from portals about health and road safety. B, statistics about adherence to traffic rules by portals. C, sizable number of visitors to portal per month. D, monthly data about health of internship applications. 18th, read the two statements given below and select the option that suitably explains them. A, established companies were reluctant to take too many interns on board. And the second, probability of interns leaving the company for a variety of reasons is high. And the options are A, 1 is the problem and 2 is the solution for 1. B, 1 is false and 2 is correctly explained. C, 1 summarizes 2 and D, 1 is true and 2 is the reason for 1 and option D is the right answer. So now we start the writing part. Many students are usually confused that how can writing section of grammar appear in MCQ format? But there is nothing much to worry about because just they mostly discuss about the pattern and the rules, or they can give you some sample question and they can ask you in short what can be the word limit and how the title and other things should appear. So it's just being so much clear about the pattern itself. So let's get started with the third question in our sample paper that belongs to writing section. So small content is given over here. The president of Lions Club Chandigarh has to put up a notice to inform residents about power cuts for their residential area. The question is, which of the following statement is correct? A, notice is written to inform others. B, notice is of 50 words. C, notice answers questions like what, when, and where. And D, all of these. So very much clear that notice is of 50 words. Next question, where should the subscription be placed in a notice? At the beginning, in the end, in the middle, or all of these? The subscription we know is always given in the end. Question number 21, how is the subject written in a notice? In the block letter, it is not required. In cursive writing, or none of these, it is always written in block letters. So the answer is option A. Next question is, where is the signature of the head boy or girl placed in a notice? Above the name of the writer, below the name of the writer, above the body of the notice, and none of these. See, if the notice is from not from the end of a head boy and girl, then the signatures are not needed of head boy and head girl, and then option D is correct. But if it is the head boy or head girl who is addressing the audience, then option A is correct above the name of the writer, right? So question 23 is, which of the following is not a part of the notice? Salutation, subject, date, and signature. That is salutation, because salutation is nowhere there in the format of notice. Which of the following is not an element of an article? So now we switch over to article writing. Date, subscription, salutation, and all of these. Date is not an element of article. On which parameters is article writing assessed? Content, expression, fluency, and format, all of these. Actually, it is all of these. What should the first paragraph of an article be all about? Conclusion, consequences, statistics, brief introduction of the topic. So we know it clear cut that articles start with pick out the even out in context of article writing. So the one that is actually required in article writing will be the correct answer. So options are heading or title, salutation, thanking the audience, greeting the audience. And we all know that heading and title is the essential part. So it is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following can be added to make an article writing interesting? Number 1, quotes. Number 2, statistics. 3, both A and B. And D, neither A or B. So option C is the correct answer. Both quotes and statistics are needed to make the article writing interesting. So the last question in writing section is, what should be the ratio of active and passive voice while writing an article? Is it 30 to 70, 70 to 30, 50-50, or none of these? So article writing has to be more of active rather than passive. So the correct ratio is 70 to 30. Coming to the literature part, we have the extracts. First of all, it is the poetic extract. So let's read it out. I have nothing else to do, he mutters, looking away, go to school. I say glibly, realizing immediately how hollow the advice must sound. There is no school in my neighborhood. When they build one, I will go. If I start a school, will you come? I ask, half joking. Yes, he says, smiling broadly. A few days later, I see him running up to me. Is your school ready? It takes longer to build a school, I say, embarrassed at having made a promise that was not meant. But promises, like mine, abound in every corner of this bleak world. So let's answer the questions which are related to the above mentioned extract. Question 1, Sahib's muttering and looking away suggests his anger, shyness, embarrassment, and anxiety. It is embarrassment clearly mentioned in the second last line. Of the 4 meanings of glibly, select the option that matches in the meaning with its uses in the extract. Showing a degree of informality, lacking depth and substance, being insincere and deceitful, speaking with fluency. Option B is the correct answer, which is lacking depth and substance. Who do you think Sahib is referring to as they in the given sentence? When they build one, I will go. The officials, the inhabitants, the teachers, or journalists. So if we check out it in lesson, he's talking about the officials. So officials is the correct answer. Select the option that lists the feeling that and attitudes corresponding to the following. I ask, half joking, he says, smiling broadly. Option A, part arrogance, part seriousness, hesitation. Option B, part amusement, part irritation, submissiveness. Option C, part concern, part hurt, pride. Option D, part humor, part earnestness, self-belief. So option D is the correct answer. It is part humor and part earnestness and self-belief. It means smiling broadly. Select the option that lists reason why Sahib's word has been called bleak. The absence of parental presence, the poor socio-economic conditions, his inability to address problems, his lack of life skills, the denied opportunities of schooling. So option B is the correct answers, which is a combination of option 2 and option 5. Right? So it means the poor socio-economic conditions and the denied opportunities of schooling are the right answers, which means his word is bleak. Coming back to the extract, which is from the prose. Tiniest vestiges of the old terror would return, but now I could frown and say that terror, trying to scare me, well, here's to you, look. And off I'd go for another length of fool. This went on until July. But I was still not satisfied. I was not sure that all the terror had left. So I went to Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire, dived off a dock at Turgis Island and swam 2 miles across the lake to Stamp Act Island. I swam the crawl, breaststroke, side stroke, and backstroke. Only once did the terror return. When I was in the middle of the lake, I put my face under and saw nothing but bottomless water. The old sensation returned in miniature. So let's answer the questions related to the extract. Why did Douglas go to swim at Lake Wentworth? A. To showcase his skills for all who had doubted him, to honor the efforts of his swimming instructor, to build on his ability of swimming in a natural water body, to know for sure that he had overcome his fear of drowning in the water, very much evident from the passage that it is to know for sure that he had overcome his fear of drowning in the water. Option D is the correct answer. Question number 37. Select the option that lists the correct inference based on information in the extract. Trigis Island and Stamp Act Island are both located in Lake Wentworth. So it is very much clearly told in the extract itself. Option A is the correct answer, whereas the other options are Lake Wentworth is a part of Trigis Island. Stamp Act Island is 2 miles away from New Hampshire. Lake Wentworth is connected via dock to New Hampshire. So option A is clearly linked to the extract. What was the reason for the return of terror? A. Superstitions about dock at Tigris Island, recent reports about drowning incidents, prior drowning experiences, warning by experienced swimmers. So it is the prior experience. The option C is the correct answer. Prior drowning experiences. Douglas mentions that the old sensation returned in miniature. He means that he left the familiar fear of feeling at regular intervals on a small scale repeatedly without notice. So option B is the correct answer, which is on a small scale. How did Douglas handle the old sensation? Addressed it, avoided it, submitted to it, stayed indifferent to it. So it is addressed it. He deals with it in a planned way. Next, we have again an extract from the poetry. The tall girl with her way down head, the paper-seeming boy with rat's eyes, the stunted, unlucky hire of twisted bones, reciting a father's garnered disease, his lessons from his desk at bat of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young, his eyes live in a tree. The poet draws attention to the problem of dash while describing the boy as paper-seeming, malnutrition, untidiness, isolation, and abandonment. The answer, according to the poem, is malnutrition. Which option has the underlined phrase that applies the poetic devices used for rat eyes? He shut up like a calm with interrogated. She runs as swift as gazelle. He is considered the black sheep of the family. He ran away chattering with fear. Option C is the correct answer, where rat eyes means he is considered black sheep in the family. Select the correct option to fill up the blank. The tall girl's head is weighed down due to the dash. Effect of diseases, need of concentration, desire to remain unnoticed, burdens of poverty. So it is burdens of poverty as it is described in the poem. The literal meaning of reciting refers to delivering the lesson aloud. What does its figurative meaning refer to? Showing extra interest in the lesson, carrying his father's disease, resigning to his disease and condition, voicing the poor conditions he lives in. Option B is the correct answer, carrying his father's diseases. How does the unnoted pupil present a contrast to others? He appears to be in the world of dreams. He struggles with fulfillment of dream. He feels taller than most. He sits in the dimmest part of the classroom. Option A is the correct answer. He appears to be in the world of dreams. Next, we have another extract which is from prose. He said, I was unhappy. That made my wife kind of mad. But he explained that he meant the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry, and all rest of it, and that I just want to escape. Well, who doesn't? Everybody I know want to escape, but they don't wander down into any third level at Grand Central Station. But that's the reason, he said, and my friends all agreed. Everything points to it, they claim. My stamp collecting, for example, that's a temporary refuge from reality. Well, maybe, but my grandfather didn't need any refuge from reality. So the first question is, why did Sam's verdict make Charlie's wife mad? It made it difficult for her to accept Charlie's would consult a psychiatrist. It seemed to suggest that she was the cause of Charlie's unhappiness. It made her aware of Charlie's delicate state of mind. It offended her that Charlie and Sam collectively accused her. So option B is the correct answer. It seemed to suggest her that she was the cause of Charlie's unhappiness. Sam's explanation to the reaction of Charlie's wife was dash and that critical, aggressive, clarifying, accusatory. So the correct answer is clarifying, as it is stated in the extract. Select the option that displays the cause effect set. Cause. Charlie's stamp collecting effect wandering into the third level. Cause. Everybody wants to escape. Modern world full of insecurity. Charlie's wandering into the third level is a cause of Charlie's stamp collecting. Or option D, modern world full of insecurity. Effect is everybody wants to escape. So option D is correct, as it is stated that the modern world is full of insecurity. So he had an escape into the hobby of stamp collecting. Why didn't Charlie's grandfather need refuge from reality? He was too busy to bother. He had chosen to deny his reality. He lived in a peaceful times. He was a very secure person. Option C, the times at grandfather's were very peaceful. He lived in a peaceful times. Next, you have random questions from the literatures, the lessons which are in your syllabus. So the first question, that is question number 51, is in keeping quiet, the poet doesn't want the reader to confuse his advice for dash with total inactivity. The options are experimentation, relaxation, isolation, introspection. So the correct answer is experimentation. On his way to school, Franz says that he had strength to resist and chose to hurry off to school. The underlying phrase suggests Franz's words, and the underlying phrase is strength to resist. And the options are hesitant, threatened, tempted, repentant. And the correct answer is tempted. Select the suitable option for the given statement based on your reading of The Lost Spring. And the first statement is the writer notices that Sahib has lost his carefree look. Sahib has had to surrender his freedom for rupees 800 per month. One is false and two is true. Both A and 1 and 2 are correct. 2 is a fact but unrelated to 1. 1 is the cause of 2. Actually, both are correct and option B is the correct answer. Both have been stated in the lesson like this only. Question number 54, select the option that lists the qualities of dogless trainer. So the qualities are adventurous, generous, patient, methodical, encouraging, courageous. And the option B, which states patient, methodical, and courageous, encouraging are the correct answers. Question 55, the metaphor lead sky is caused by Stefan Spander to bring out the image of sky-high constructions in the slum, a response to death and destruction, the strong dreams and aspiration of the children, a sense of hopelessness and despair. So option D is the correct answers, where metaphor lead sky means a sense of hopelessness and despair. So thou servants leave his house, but none of them betrays the secret of the American POW. Select the option that explains this. The servants truly believe that they must not be a part of household which sheltered a prisoner of war, but their love and loyalty to Sadao made them keep a secret safe. The servants knew that any information about the POW would result in punishment for them and their families, which is why they revealed nothing. The servants were superstitious and scared with the white man of the premises and consequently chose to remove themselves and stay silent about the situation. The servants did not want to incur the wrath of Dr. Sadaus and lose their job, therefore they chose to exit instead and return later. Option A is correct, which says the servants truly believed that they must not be a part of the household which sheltered a prisoner of war, but their love and loyalty to Sadao made them keep the secret safe. Question 57. Identify the tone of Pablo Neruda in the following line. Perhaps the earth can teach us. The options are confident and clear about the future events, dramatic about the predictions he made, convinced about the sequence of events to follow, uncertain yet hopeful about the possibility. Option D is the correct answer, which means uncertain yet hopeful about the possibility. Question 58. Classify 1 to 4 as fact and opinion based on reading of the lesson 3rd level. 1 is the first day covers are never opened. Grand Central is growing like a tree. President Roosevelt collected stamps. Sam was Charles' psychiatrist. So F is 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4 are the facts. And opinion is second one, where Grand Central is growing like a tree. Question number 59. Dr. Sadao mutters the word, my friend, like treating the American POW in the light of the circumstances. We can say that this was humorous, climactic, ironical, ominous. This was actually ironical because he is an enemy, but he is treated nicely. Question number 60. The sight of young trees and merry children on the way to Cochin is the dash poet aging mother. So what is that dash? Like a divine assurance in sharp contrast to a distraction from pain or the bridge between poet and. So it is actually a sharp contrast because the trees are young and children are merry, and in contrast, the poet's mother is aging. So this is how you can face different MCQs in your term 1 English, that is core English in class 12. So I have clearly guided you how the reading section has to be done and how you can face the grammar part, that is the writing section, and how many different poetic and prose related extracts will be there apart from normal MCQs from the literature. I hope the video is helpful, and don't forget to like, share, view, and comment on the video, which is just launched before 1 month of your examination. So wish you all lots of luck, and don't forget to go through the actual text of both the textbooks and go through the formats of all the writing sections. Have a lot of luck and good luck for your exams once again. Thank you.